Revenge is best served on the grill. And the Pulitzer Prize-winning play Fat Ham is taking a modern twist on a Shakespeare masterpiece for a performance that's glazed in humor and stuffed with juicy family drama.
I think my uncle had my father killed.
Yeah!
Now my father wants me to kill my uncle.
Split him open! Like revenge? What are you gonna do?
I think I'm gonna kill someone.
Do it. Whoever it is, do it. You want some help?
You're intense.
I'm expressive.
The secret is the rub!
There's the rub.
What?
It's Shakespeare.
If you bring up that dead or white man one more time...
Oh, snap! You always gotta go deep.
Did you see what just happened there?
You don't get to go crazy, baby.
No, I want to be soft.
I guess that's what we doing today. Even if I did do it. Whoa.
But you did sound a little guilty.
Shakespeare was right. This be madness.
This Be Mad is joining us this morning with The Rub on the Family Cookout that's serving up loss, love, and pain, and the amazingly talented actor, Marcel Spears. Welcome, Marcel. It's so good to see you.
Thank you for blessing us with your presence.
Holy moly. You know, we have a little argument in my family who the greatest writer of all time was. And my boyfriend says it's Shakespeare because there are so many parts of the language that we adopted. Just in that clip, the rub, therein lies the rub, all this other craziness. What was your experience with Shakespeare before you got to do this show?
Well, I studied Shakespeare pretty extensively in grad school. I went to Columbia University, and so it's a. Oh,
Me
okay,
too.
Yeah, you know, all right, okay, we out here. We out here.
I'll remove myself from
We
the
out
agony
here.
couch.
And so the sort of the core of our training was a lot of the classical works, which included Shakespeare. And so, you know, we did all the plays, we studied them very, very thoroughly. And it was a really, really interesting experience, sort of finding myself in work that I didn't originally feel was natural to me, and sort of like finding a way into something that is such a big part of our culture. And like, these stories are timeless, they live on forever and ever, and now they get to be sort of unpacked and
reimagined
and pulled apart and reimagined in a really cool way.
I mean, James Imes just took that
He did.
that Shakespeare Hamlet, took a Southern barbecue in modern time, put it in a mason jar, if you will, shook it up, and out came Fat Ham.
Yeah, he did.
Right? So, fast forward, your cast is juicy. Tell us about that experience and rehearsals and the move from the public theater up to the Broadway stage.
Well, the move from the public to Broadway feels good, and it feels natural because we've been living with this play for over a year. We were at the public, sort of like figuring this thing out, putting it on its feet, and learning each other, becoming a family, building that relationship, building like the storytelling of the show with our brilliant director Saheem Ali, and we had James in the room who had just won his Pulitzer Prize.
Wow.
And it was wild because he won it before the show had ever been seen. We weren't even in preview, so nobody had seen it, and so the show had essentially, the play had proven itself.
Yeah.
The book of it has already been certified, and people were like, this is good. So if we messed it up, then we knew it was us. And
Right,
it
and then it wasn't.
wasn't. So it was like,
No pressure.
It was a lot of pressure. It was just like everybody in the room, like we were so excited for James, and then we had this moment where we were just like, so we have to do a good job now because this play is this thing. And I think we've all sort of grown together.
Yeah.
Playing Juicy has been a joy. It's been a really, really wonderful and beautiful experience, like living in that story and getting a chance to give voice to sort of a marginalized group of people, like people that you don't often hear from. And he isn't even like the nicest person sometimes.
Well,
He's sassy.
for folks who may not be familiar, who is Juicy in the big play?
So
and the big
Juicy
story?
is our version of Hamlet.
Okay.
Juicy is a young queer black kid. He's going to online school. He's like a townie. He doesn't really have much direction. He doesn't know where he's gonna go. He doesn't know what's happening. His dad just died a week ago. Died under mysterious circumstances, and his uncle is now marrying his mom. His dad's brother is now marrying his mom within a week, and so it's messy. It's messy. It's messy
In
even
the
for
way
like.
Shakespeare knew. Like,
Yeah.
let me make fun of
Really?
these clowns.
And you know, like family drama happens around
Sure.
like the dinner table. So cookouts can be like dramatic, but this
yeah,
is
very volatile.
this is a lot even for a cookout. His dad's ghost comes back, a la Hamlet, and tries to compel Juicy to avenge him. And Juicy is stuck with that age-old question: to be or not,
Or not
to
to
be.
be.
Do I do it? Do I
Yeah.
not?
It is so well done. I got to see the show last weekend. I mean, you go through the roller coaster of emotions with every single character. You
Yeah.
laugh, you cry, but folks were screaming out loud in the theater. I
Yeah.
swear, the audience was very involved.
Yeah, this is a black play. It's call and response.
Right.
Call and response is built into the culture. I think James, he broke the fourth wall in the writing of it, so there is no fourth wall. The audience is right there. People are talking directly to them. People are engaging directly with them.
I love
and
it.
so people have opinions. Like
Yeah.
they'll talk back, they'll scream, they'll yell.
So then how do you stay in character? Because it's also a very physical play.
Yeah.
You now have an audience that is now
Part of
highly
the-
engrossed in what you're doing. How do you stay in character and how do you react to that type of performance?
I think sometimes in the roller coaster of this play, what the audience is going through mirrors some of the action, and so we feed off of each other, so that helps. When like things get kind of like farcical and crazy and funny, because this play goes there too.
It goes all over.
Yeah, it's so extreme. When it gets really funny, I'm barely holding on sometimes.
Barely
I'm
holding on
barely
because you're
holding-
going to die of laughter? or?
Because sometimes like you'll get this one person that is just dying laughing. And like there was one guy, this older white guy, and his laugh was really funny and
Oh my
very
God.
specific. And so he was having a great show.
Good.
And it took everything in me to like stay in it.
It's like when you're watching SNL and they start to laugh and break character.
and then Billy Eugene Jones, he's a brilliant actor. He plays Rev Pap. Most of the play, he gets to be the bad guy. He's like
Yeah.
he's so fiery. He's like this tornado of a man. But he does his little stuff, these little side things that I don't think anybody even catches, but I almost break every time.
Oh my God.
Every single time.
I love this peek behind the curtain.
Yeah.
I mean, this show has really catapulted you guys. It's like insane to me how amazing you all have kind
it's
of like,
crazy.
you're all just like this one well-oiled machine. Like you said, you've grown together, you've become family, and it comes off so well on the stage, and it's taking you to new heights. And you've also gotten to meet Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Please
I was in
share
the
with us
room
that
where it
experience.
happens. I was in the room.
Gotta be in the room where
I was in the room.
happened, the
It
room
was
where it
so
happened.
the good thing about it is, and I'm not too sensitive about it, but since we got to Broadway, I guess like more. Yeah. No, more and more people are coming to the show, and so on those stairs, like we take pictures of like the high profile people that come through. And we have this joke amongst the cast, like there's gonna be a moment in this show where like nobody comes. And so we're gonna be really sad. We're gonna be like, is anyone here? But when Lynn came, they didn't tell us. They tell us after. So
That's smart.
You're scraping off all the makeup and like changing the costumes, and I'm like sweaty, and they're like, oh, Lin-Manuel wants to say hi. He's in the
You're like,
he's
And
in the
you went-
hallway. And I was like, what?
Lynn who?
What? So I go downstairs and I shake his hand. I don't have words.
Yeah.
I just shake the greatness's hand. I just shake his hand, and he was so complimentary. And he spoke so highly of the play and like the work that we did in the play. He loved like the karaoke moment, obviously. And he just talked about like the heart of it. And that means a lot. Like I'm not really good at taking compliments often. I'm such a tortured artist sometimes where I'm always like, there's way to improve. You can get better. You can get better.
We're our own worst critics.
So it means a lot when people who I respect and love and like enjoy say really, really nice things. I'm like, okay, all right, so I'm on the right
Well,
path.
and you're also both part of history. I mean, I think Lin-Manuel really did change the paradigm in terms of interpreting
Yes.
plays and productions and reimagining them and making them contemporary and bringing younger audiences and more culturally diverse audiences to Broadway, to off-Broadway. You're a part of that.
Hey.
Yes, you are.
Celebrate that.
Yes,
Yes,
we
you
are.
are.
Yes, we are.
Okay. Not only are you making a name for yourself on the
Big stage.
stage, but on the screens as well. You've
am.
been in a show called The Neighborhood. Okay.
I have.
Some other, aside from yourself, some other heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell
Cedric
us
the
about-
Entertainer, Tashina Arnold, Max Greenfield,
Who I love.
Beth Bears. That is also like another family. It's a second family. We're going into our 6th season. We just hit 100
Wow.
episodes recently, and it feels good. Like to be a part of a show that I feel like will have a lasting impact. It talks about who we are right now. It talks about like who we are as a community. And it's one of those shows that just has that nostalgic feel. Like you'll look back and be like, oh, snap, I remember that episode.
that's
Or
right.
I remember this. Or I
That's
remember
right.
that. It's good to be a part of that.
Can we talk a little bit about your personal life?
Let's talk. What we got?
Your four-legged friend apparently is super famous.
Yeah.
Gumbo. Gumbo,
yeah.
my dog, Gumbo.
Can we see Gumbo?
Gumbo.
Oh,
'Cause
my God.
we think our four-legged friend. Excuse you.
Oh my God. That is Gumbo.
Gumbo
What's
didn't
his
make the trip.
story?
So Gumbo he's a new addition. He's still young. He's only
Mío, tan lindo.
Oh man, I'm one of those guys now. I'm one of those guys that
Yeah.
walks around with the little dog. Like,
Do you
I'm
hold
one
him
of those
like
celebrities.
okay? Do you let him walk though, or do you just hold him the whole time like a football?
well, he's gotten bigger now. Like when he was little, I would hold him because he was so tiny. His legs weren't good. But like now he's
He's
swole.
got an Instagram too.
Is he a
Gumbo has an Instagram.
is he a Frenchie?
He's a Frenchie. He's a
Oh,
French
look at those
bulldog.
eyebrows.
Stop
He's like 7. He's about 8 months old. And he goes everywhere with me.
Is he allowed on the sofa?
He is allowed on the sofa. He's not allowed on the bed.
Okay. We
shit.
make I the same with Nico.
You got to set boundaries.
Yeah.
He's allowed on the sofa. He's not allowed on the bed.
That's where I went wrong. I have not set any boundaries.
Because once you start, like
Yeah.
you're not going to be able
I'm
to
paying
stop.
for it now. Let me
She's
tell
paying,
you.
she's paying
Let me
Yeah.
tell you. Okay.
Yeah, Gumbo's cool. He comes to rehearsals. He was banned from the rehearsal room because he snores. So we would be in these really deep, intense moments where, like,
And then-
Nikki Crawford, who plays Tidra, my mom, she's like bawling. She is like
She's
fully
in
like
it.
crying.
She
She's
is in it.
and you just hear Gumbo just.
She's like, I'm
And the
sorry.
director's
Am I
like,
boring?
I direct, and he did. So he was like looking. He was trying to make sure like no one
Fell
no
asleep
human
on the
fell
scene.
asleep, and then he realized it was Gumbo. He was just like, Gumbo's gonna have to go on the stage.
Gumbo's
and
gonna
All right, well,
practice."
listen, you send Gumbo over here to 42nd a
Well,
second.
yeah.
I will.
We'll babysit him. We love him. And we love you. Congratulations.
Thank
Continued
you.
success.
Thank you so
Yes.
much.
All right,
Thank
come back
you.
and visit us. Bring Gumbo next
I
time.
will.
Please do.
I
All right,
will.
he's welcome.
He almost came today.
You should have brought him.
Don't even. Okay, tickets selling mad fast for Fat Ham, and it is at the American Airlines Theater. Be sure to grab your tickets now. FatHamBroadway.com. The cookout ends June 25th. You